Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, should of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Mortal Kombat Mobile video. Now, normally I haven't been covering Mortal Kombat Mobile because the last two updates have sucked ass. However, the same person that continuously bothers me about Mortal Kombat Mobile because he can't open his mind, ISO. But he told me to check out the Mortal Kombat Mobile update. There's been some hype in my Discord channel about it, so let's talk about it. I'm going to read these notes because it said for the full description, check out our Discord, which is a way to try to get people in the Discord server. Kind of smart move on their part, but I wish they put the whole thing in there. So, happy hauntings and welcome to the official release notes for Update 3.0. It's time to rise from the dead because the Halloween update is almost here and is packed with new content. The 3.0 update introduces Diamond Mortal Kombat 11 Noob Saibot as an exclusive Faction Wars season reward, meaning that you can only get this character in Faction Wars, much like Injustice 2 Raiden in the past. A brand new Survivor mode in Faction Wars, which is really interesting. I wonder how that's actually going to work out. The return of the Tower of Horror, a new Nightmare Tower coming soon, and so much more. We have made many quality of life improvements and bug fixes in this update, so we hope you enjoy it. Check out the full release notes below. We would love to hear your feedback, so we create a special Update 3.0 feedback channel. Get ready to sink your teeth into this update and send us your feedback. Introducing Shadow of the Netherrealm and newest Mortal Kombat 11 Diamond and Mortal Kombat Mobile, Noob Cybot. His fight to reclaim honor and bring darkness upon his enemies begins now. Noob's special attacks apply Death Mark to his enemies, disabling all forms of resurrection and increasing future damage done. When he summons his shadow into battle, Noob dishes out even more damage. Diamond Mortal Kombat 11 Noob Saibot is now available as an exclusive Faction War season reward. The war for honor has begun. Enter the fight now. So the Survivor mode is time to choose your destiny in new Faction War Survivor mode. Lead your team to glory through a series of multiplayer battles in which your previous fight's health is carried over to the next. Move up through the difficulties to earn additional battle points and earn your victory and the top of the leaderboard. Consumables are now available in the Faction War store to help your team succeed, as well as a new Faction War Survivor support card and daily objectives. The latest Mortal Kombat 11 character, Noob Saibot, is now available as exclusive Faction War season reward, so begin your fight towards victory now. Enter at your own risk. The Tower of Horror is back, but with a few twists, including new rewards. I don't know what they mean by that. Rise from the dead and begin the fight to earn the unique and unearthly Tower of Horror equipment. Reach the top to earn a random Diamond Circle Shadow character card. Cheat death when equipped with the epic Living Dead armor and reanimate with temporary invincibility and 100% unblockable basic attack. Drain your opponent's power on tagging with the epic Wailing Spirit. Available for a limited time only. Wailing Spirit was a really good ring, and I heard that they buffed it. So be on the lookout for the new bone-chilling Nightmare Tower coming later this year. Conquer the new limited-time only Nightmare Tower and earn a random Diamond Nightmare character and new deadly epic Nightmare Tower equipment. More details coming soon. Earn up to 5 times battle bonus rating points when you put a featured Faction Wars fighter on your team. You can also earn bonus points with fighters from the season's featured class, such as martial artists. It's going to be an interesting twist because now certain characters that were useless might actually be useful just to get more points. So that's a kind of a nice little change. All Faction Wars seasons now include a chance to earn Classic Smoke and Mortal Kombat 11 Noob Saibot. Other season rewards now feature specific Diamond teams like Assassin, Mortal Kombat 11, and Day of the Dead. Feature team rewards refresh every season. Now, this is something that I've really liked. I think Faction Wars is one of the best game modes that Mortal Kombat Mobile has had. The only thing I don't like is that while they're putting a lot of gear in towers, I wish that they would put more stuff that you can buy with blood rubies. Now, hopefully they also give you another way to spend blood rubies. We'll have to see on that. So they finally added auto battle in Mortal Kombat Mobile. This could be a welcome change if you're playing another game on the side or you're watching TV and you want to farm a few coins. You have the option to do that. Now, I don't know if they have this in other modes or just auto battle to speed up. I'm sure auto battling to speed up will not give you XP, but if you're at max XP, it doesn't matter anyways. Because that's how Injustice 2 worked, where if you auto battled the fights, you did not get XP. And it kind of makes sense. Play the fight and get XP that way. So here's one that I really like, that the towers refresh every 12 hours instead of 8. If you work a full-time job, it's really hard to spend time, especially when you're doing boss fights, to sit down and actually concentrate. This is actually a better change. It increases by 1. You get 10 instead of 9. So this is actually a little bit of an improvement. So you get 5 instead of 3. You used to get 3 every 8 hours. This is actually a better change. And with 12 hours, it's really easy to do it. Say at 9 a.m. Central Time is 10 a.m. Eastern. So basically the way it works is that at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m., everything refreshes. Now this is good because if you're up that late, you can get the refresh done till 10 in the morning. And then you just got to make sure you get it done by 10 at night. I think this is actually a better change. I think it's going to be pretty well received because the way it used to be is that it was every 8 hours. So it'd be like noon, 8 o'clock, and 4 in the morning. I think it's going to be better that it's this way. Also, Circle Shadow Jack, Katana, Sub-Zero have received buffs. Support cards can now be fused to Fusion X, meaning 30% faster energy gain, 30% attack, 30% health. Could also mean 30% more XP. We'll have to take a look on that. Changes to the talent tree have been made to add strategic choices and viable builds. Passive ability on Circle Shadow Jackson now has a chance of triggering temporary vulnerability after his opponent does a special attack. So if you get stunned, could also be a big change because now you're not going to die. Could be a little bit better. I don't own Classic Jax. I might on my Android account. I know I don't have it on my iOS account. Special Attack 1 applies weekend. Change Special 1 and 2 minigames to Mashable Circle and Swipe respectively. And Base Attack has went from 1070 to 1350. One of the biggest problems with Classic Jax is that he hit like a noodle. So this change is going to be nice because there's some gold characters with more than 1070 attack. Circle Shadow Katana was pretty weak, but they also grant 25% lethal blow chance against enemies affected by weekend. This is going to be a huge damage increase, and I think that it's going to be enough for Katana. Sub-Zero gets a second combo ender and a little bit more health because he was a little bit glass cannon-y, so we'll have to see if that helps. Black Dragon Tremor also gets bonus damage on Special 2, 50%. So if you're familiar with Jax Briggs and his Special 2 from the challenge character, I think it's Heavy Weapons Jax Briggs. It's the same way that Heavy Weapons Jax Briggs is. So this is going to be a nice damage increase. The Wailing Spirit Power Drain on Tegan got a huge buff, basically doubled the amount. Increased chance to steal 50% of the enemy's power at the start of the match from 30 to 80 to 30 to 100. This is the way it's guaranteed, and that's a good change. The Bloodsucker increases the basic attack against bleeding opponent healing from 10 to 50 to 25 to 75. That's going to be a huge amount. I actually like the Bloodsucker, but I thought it felt a little weak. So it's good to see that they got a little bit of attention. So I'm going to go over all the talent stuff within my video, but let's look at some of this other stuff. So Frostbites are considered a debuff. They also talk about the Matchable Circle minigame on Special 1. They fix Black Dragon Cabal's cripple and weaken on combo ender, causing more than 5 seconds. So that's a nice little change because get him in line. Guardian Terminator's passive ability where it did not fully block some special attacks. And some other random stuff. As always, we thank you for playing Mortal Kombat Mobile. Now update your game more often. Alright, so we've logged into our WBID account on Android. It's the first time I played Mortal Kombat Mobile on my new Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, as you can see right here. So it's probably going to prompt us for the Survivor mode now as well. Alright, so let's actually check that out. And you can see this Quick Play and Survivor. Leaderboards are down for maintenance. Competing with other players available in 2 different modes, each bring you battle points. Number of earned battle points determine your success in Faction Wars as well as season rewards. In Faction Wars, you can also earn blood rubies, which can be used to buy specific characters, special equipment, or consumables for Survivor mode. So I'm guessing that's where the extra blood rubies are going to come into play. Let's take a look at the Faction Wars store, and you can see that they did not add any characters. As far as the equipment goes, they have not added any new characters. And you can buy health potions, revive potions, opponent rerolls, common equipment repair, uncommon, rare. What is this repair? So I guess if you break gear within Survivor mode, you could. That's kind of weird. I guess this is their way of saying we're not going to add any new content into Mortal Kombat Mobile because of consumable. I don't know if that's true. Let's actually check out the leaderboards. This is going to be a big deal. And we're going to start all the way at the bottom, and we're going to check the packs. And I hear some of these get different. So obviously at Apprentice 1, you're not expected to get a pack. At Combatant 2, you do get a pack. And it's a 3% chance to get Gold Smoke and a 97% chance to get a Gold Challenge character card. Is it actually hard to get Combatant 2 in a season? No, you do a couple fights and you're probably going to get it. Is it hard to get Combatant 3? No. It's the same odds in the Combatant Blood Ruby pack. So the Combatant Elite has a 1% chance to get Diamond Circle Shadow Liu Kang, Katana Quan Chi, as well as a 7% chance to get Gold Classic Smoke. So you can see that they've done a little bit of tinkering with the rankings, and I think this was needed because the rewards kind of sucked. So now you get to Contender Blood Ruby pack, and this is Gold 1. So in this pack, now you have a 1% chance to get Diamond Mortal Kombat 11 Noob Saibot, a 10% chance to get Gold Classic Smoke, now a 3% chance to get each of the Diamond characters. So a 10% chance to get a Diamond, a 10% chance to get a Gold, basically, and 80% chance to get the same crappy rewards that we used to get. Now we go to Gold 2, and it's the same rewards as Gold 1. Gold 3 used to be a change in rewards, and it is not. So now Gold 1 is a little bit different. So we go to Contender Elite. Now that's where the rankings get upgraded. So when you get to Contender Elite up from Contender 3, you now have a 3% chance to get Diamond Mortal Kombat 11 Noob Saibot. You have a 12% chance of getting Smoke up from 10%. And a 2% increase basically across the board from all the rewards. And a 70% chance to still get garbage. Now if we go into Champion, which is 101 to 1%, you now have a 6% chance to get Diamond Mortal Kombat 11 Noob Saibot. 13% chance to get Classic Smoke. A 7% chance to get Liu Kang, Katana, and Quan Chi, and a 60% chance to get a character card. So all these rankings are going up by 2% every rank. And I imagine when you get higher up, it gets even more. So if you're in Master, which is top 50, now it's a 50% chance to get a Gold Challenge character card, a 10% chance to get Noob Saibot, a 13% chance to get Smoke, and now a 9% chance to get one of the Diamond Circle Shadow cards, meaning that you have a 37% chance at Master to get a Diamond. This is a considerable upgrade to Faction Wars, and it's one that I feel that they needed for a long period of time. You should be rewarded when you get above Gold 3 in Faction Wars. So I'm glad that NetherRealm made a couple quality of life improvements and also improved the amount of stuff that you get. Now if you get into Grand Master, you have a 15% chance of getting Noob Saibot and Smoke, a 10% chance to get the Diamond characters. And what happens when you actually hit the top 10? You will get a 20% chance to get all of the characters, and you will not get a Gold Challenge character. So the top 10 is going to be super important because it basically eliminates the challenge characters from it, and it is an 80% chance to get a Diamond character and a 20% chance to get Smoke. So I imagine that there is going to be a little bit of fishing around it between the different factions. So you can see, let's get off that screen, 2 million in that one. And 1.4 in White Lotus. So actually, this is going to make the other faction, that is just ridiculous. Who the hell farms 4 million already? That is ridiculous. But yeah, as you can see, some of the other factions have a reason to be less populated now. So as you're seeing, the top 10 is already 907,000. And in this faction, White Lotus, your reward is 791,000 the top 10. The top 20, 626, 408 to get to Master. And then Champion starts at 100 at 345. So if we go into Black Dragon, you can see it might be in your favor if you're pushing top 100, get out of the faction and go into a faction like White Lotus, assuming you can still change your faction. So I'm actually going to change mine to White Lotus because if I actually push Faction Wars, it's going to reset my progress, but it also means that now I'm in a less competitive bracket. And this is going to be a big deal, that some of the less popular factions are actually going to be more important now. And I think this change is good because back in the day, your faction did not matter. Now, your faction matters because you see 6328 is basically the bottom of the rewards, but you can see that it caps out lower. So you might want to change your faction up as well. If you used to support Black Dragon, go support a different faction. You can support Special Forces. And if you feel that top 100 is 312,000, whereas top 100 in this faction is 350,000, but if you go into Black Dragon, top 100 is actually 552,000. It's just going to give you a little bit more of a buffer to go change your faction and go to a less popular one. The first faction is not always the most popular. So talents have been updated. A lot of stuff just pop up. I hate pop-ups in video games. I feel that they should not be there. So starting Tuesday, October 20th, challenges will run on a Tuesday to Tuesday cadence instead of Thursday to Thursday. So Combat Cup Sonya is actually expiring in 19 hours. And they gave people warning on that. So if you want to finish the challenge, you need to do it tonight. So if you want those souls in order to play the tower, and there is the Tower of Horror with 5 attempts. So conquer the Tower of Horror or a random Diamond Circle Shadow Tower card. Now, for people that already have these characters maxed out, your only reason to run Tower of Horror is to actually get the new cards. Or to get the gear. Now, if they still have the soul refresh at 50, 100 souls, it's actually cheaper to also refresh the towers because it used to be 300 a day. If they make it 200 a day, it's actually going to be easier to farm the towers when 2 towers come around. So you have to keep that in mind as well. So if we go into the store, Classic Reptile, they're giving away now for $20, so it's guaranteed. This is something that they should have done with all the characters just to make it a more justified purchase. Challenges are really lame, and this is one of the areas that I wish NetherRealm would improve on. And this is a rather interesting one. They actually give you the Wrath Hammer as a chance to purchase. So as a new player, if you don't own a copy of the Wrath Hammer, I could see somebody maybe buying this. But at the same time, it's not a good purchase because you can just get it from equipment packs normally. Now, they also changed the daily gift pack where you can get a silver or bronze character, random equipment, or souls. Could even be 1 soul, but the fact that they add this in every day, it's better than nothing. And if you get a gold character, it's cool. 3 souls is not bad. I mean, it's free. They don't have to give it to you. I think they took the 4-hour pack out. That's better than the old one. At least they give you a chance to get gold cards as a new player. That's definitely worth it. So they actually upgraded the Dark Fate Terminator to 4%, I believe, instead of 3%. Yay. More gambling. And the Scarlet Mortal Kombat 11 pack is available. The Outworld pack is available. So yeah, a lot of ways to spend your souls. And like usual, the character store needs to go. This is garbage. Like, they need to make this a little more exciting. This is like one of the stupidest features in the game because it's basically useless. Yes, I'm going to buy a copy of the Devora. Do I need her? Maybe, because I can take her up to Fusion X now. But as you can see, my Devora is level 27. The only time I actually use silver characters is in challenges because it's not worth it elsewhere. Now, you can still watch ads 5 times a day, so you can get 25 souls for free and special offers. That's cool. Okay, so they did keep the bronze pack. Not that this is useful, but it's kind of cool they left it in the game, so they just basically added a daily pack. That's kind of cool. Next up, let's check out the talents, because I heard that they made a drastic overhaul and they reset all the talents, which was the right play. So, can we actually look at abilities before buying them? So, blocked attacks do more damage. That seems pretty weak. Basic attack boost and toughness ignored. So, here I would probably still take the basic damage boost, in my opinion. And this one, increased combo under chance by 10%. Stunned and frozen take more damage. And special attack minigames get a 12% bonus to result. Your mileage may vary. We're just going to go into the offense tree anyways, because we can. And we're going to go through the tree. So opportunist, stunned and frozen take more damage, or combo ender chance, or special attack get a 12% bonus. I never tested Gambler. If you are running a build that is refunding specials, Gambler might actually be the way to go. So I'm actually going to take Gambler. But you also have to add in those points, which I always thought was weird that you have to do that. So I'm going to do the stunned and frozen because that is a flat 10% bonus. That's probably why I don't do Gambler, because a 24% increase is not a big deal. Okay, so this is where I think they change the talents the most. So special attack 3 and X-ray damage boost, critical damage boost, and basic attack damage boost against enemies affected by fire, bleed, and poison dot. I think in this one you always want to go after critical damage. Even if it's a 3% increase per rank, critical damage is worth it. Because if you have a lot of crit chance, which is very common on gear, especially with gear like Shao Kahn's helmet, maxed out Wrath Hammer, basically guaranteeing crits, you want to have that critical damage. Alright, so we got rapid response, special 1 boost, crit chance boost, and 3%. Now you can choose to go 1 point and then go add 5 points to go to the next one. And that's what's cool about the trees, is that you can actually do that and you don't have to spend 5 points. So special 2 boost, critical hits gain more power, and fire, poison, bleed dot damages. I'm going to take 1 point in that and just go up the talents. And you can do that and get away with it just fine. So now we have lightning blow, chance to disable all special X-ray on special 1 use. Some people swear by that. 22% chance combos deal damage to all targets, and unblockable damage boost. I usually put 1 in Artist Tsunami, just because combo doing bonus damage is always good. Now this is where they've changed a couple things up. As you notice, Death Mark is in the final tier. So a 20% chance a special combo ender from select equipment will instantly defeat any opponent under 25% health, meaning that this will give you a chance for the brutality gear basically to defeat opponents rather than the last person. This could be really good to drastically speed up your clear time in towers. And you can use Deathmark technique as well. Both of these talents are actually really powerful. This one I think would actually give you more benefit. I'm going to leave this blank for now. Let's actually check out the other trees. So Bear Stance gives you max health, Rhino gives you less basic attack damage, and Hawk Stance gives you resistance to all debuffs. For 5 points, I always like Hawk Stance even if you don't put any other points in defense. That is really good. So the Intimidating Presence, opponent unblockable attack chance reduction. This is actually a really good talent, and I think this is new. This is really good because a lot of people have unblockables, so this gives you a little bit of a buffer on it. I know the Shadow Slash does as well. Stalwart, opponent critical hit chance reduction. This could be useful, especially when you're combining the Bloody Shogun Armor, the Draman's Mask, and Lethal Blow immunity. Could also be useful, especially if you're running against Circle of Shadows. Could be a really good defensive talent against that. Block base attacks deal less damage. This is actually a really good defensive talent because the way the Mortal Kombat Mobile AI works is that if you're blocking, you're taking less damage, but at the same time it leaves the opponent open to counterattack. This is actually a really good talent. Block special attacks deal less damage. This one is also really good, but if you have power drainers, this isn't as important. And the Centaurian Defense, a chance to reflect damage from unblockable attacks. This is actually pretty curious. I don't know how well this is going to work, because it's only going to work for 1 hit. But if, for example, it's a classic Scorpion Spear, if you reflect it back on the opponent, it could just obliterate them. But there is gear that also reflects specials, even if it goes unblockable in the first hit. Shield Break Resistance basically does the same thing, except that your shields from Sonya and other forces don't get drained. This is also good because less power drained from your characters. Ghost Armor, if you take critical damage, you gain that as power. That could actually be a really good defensive talent, and I think probably one of the best ones in this tier to take, because high-level opponents are going to be able to crit you a lot. So being able to get that power is going to be a big deal. Red Dragon Training Stun and Power Drain Resistance could also coincide with talents and gear. Incoming Dots and Frostbite have decreased duration. This is actually a really good talent as well, because being able to reduce the duration of dots and even Frostbite from Mortal Kombat 11 Sub-Zero is a big deal. And you also have a chance to rinse dots on special attack use. This could be really good if you're going against multiple debuffs. Unfortunately, they did not take Revenant out of the game. I really wish they did. And on a player death, a chance to deal 20% damage to the opponent's current health and cause stun. I think this might actually be a good alternative to Revenant, because if you kill somebody, now you have a chance to deal damage to the opponent and cause stun. So if you can cause a 20% chance to deal damage to the opponent, it's probably not going to go off very often, but when it does, it could just wreck your day. Nightwolf's Chain Lightning, every time a teammate is defeated, each surviving opponent loses of their current power. I don't think that one is very good. Chinook's Teaching obviously is still busted as hell. Shaolin Last Stand, when you have one character alive, immediately gain a bar of power and a 55% chance for unblockable attacks for 10 seconds. This one is actually pretty cool. If you can time it to be your strongest character, you have 10 seconds to just obliterate the opponent. But I don't know. Spirit of Vengeance, if it works, it could ruin you. Most definitely. Next up in the support tree, we have power generation boost for inactive characters. Some people swear by this, because if it gets them up to 1 and 2 bars faster, it means you could win the game easier. Recovery boost, I wish recovery actually did something in this game. Boar Stance, stun now has a chance to apply shield break to the entire enemy team. Could be good for characters like Scorpions if you run them a lot, and you're facing a lot of people with shields. Could be a good talent. Teamwork, this one was really good because power spent on special and X-ray is refunded to each inactive teammate. This is where you can get the free specials and get a lot of power quickly. Spec Ops Tactics, teammates who tag in gain increased power generation. I never really liked that talent. And all unblockable generate more power. I also did not like that talent either. Now your special attack 3 or X-ray costing less power because it's so hard to get to 3 bars. You have to do this through the support tree. Life Drain and Regen boost is new Warlock spell, so this is actually pretty useful. If you main Ravenous Melina, this could be a godsend to you. If you main Spec Ops Scorpion, this could be a godsend to you. If you main the Day of the Dead team, this could be a godsend to you. It could be a great bonus. And damage boost against resurrected enemies, I don't think is very good. Special 1 costing less power is amazing. Every 750 points of toughness reduces critical damage by 0.2%. This talent is actually really good, because if you have like 70, 80,000 toughness, it could be a big deal. Cripple resistance, I don't think is very good though. Conditioning, your special 2 costs less power. My feeling is if you take Combat Veteran, there's a reason to take Conditioning. If you're using special 1s, there's no reason to take the other one. Weak point attacks, power drain is a chance to snare. This is really good if you're maining power drainers, because it'll basically block them from tagging out. And you can even use the Wailing Host and get that as well. This is a really powerful talent, as Man with No Game and I pointed out. Slippery One snare resistance basically does the opposite, where you're going to have snare resistance. I think power drain with a chance to snare is better. This is a godly talent. Chance for your special 1 to cost no power. Very important, and also power spent on special and accurate is refunded to your active character. I never really liked that because Bloody Shoken Ring did the same thing. And 2% chance for your special 2 to cost no power. So you can basically pick one or the other, special 1, special 2. And you have a chance to reflect specials when blocking or special 1s. I always thought the special 1 was really important because the AI will usually throw the specials pretty often. So having the extra reflect on special 1s, really good. So in my opinion, you kind of got to play your cards right. I like that they made a little bit of customization in some of the talents. Changed out some of the bad ones. There's still some bad ones in there, but there's also some good ones. And now let's check out the survivor mode really quick. So you have to do 5 battles on easy. You have to use silver and bronze on easy. Normal, you have to use gold and silver. On hard, you have to use diamond and fusion 1 gold character and above only. And supposedly they made the preset up to yes. So they did change it where you can load up to 50 team presets. Team preset is a template that contains certain characters and their equipment layout. this is a huge change to Mortal Kombat Mobile in the fact that now you can use your same team lineup in the future. So, say you have your favorite bronze team you run in a challenge. Say you have your favorite silver challenge. And you can even name the teams. That's actually really cool. I think that it's really cool. So, say you have Fire and Ice, you have Classic Team, you have a Scorpion Team, you have Nightmare and Ice, you have Tyler Lansdowne Sucks. You can have all those names on a team, and they're going to be badass. Like, it's going to be great to have that set up here. Now, obviously, you can see on this roster the 3 characters that I main, probably also Strike Force Scorpion. You know we're going to rock with him. And you can also load a preset. I hate these tutorials because I don't want to deal with that. But we're going to run Strike Force Scorpion. I'm going to run Nightmare Jason and Day of the Dead. Actually, let's run the Day of the Dead team. Let's just do that. So, and you can see all their gear will get saved over. Apparently I did get Meat's Cleaver on this account. No wonder why. I was in the wrong mode. Like, why am I in 6 out of 10? Now I know. So let's try this again. One thing I also liked about Mortal Kombat Mobile Faction Wars is that they let you change your gear between fights. That's really important based on who you're going up against. It looks like you're going up against player teams too. That could be a big deal. Now for somebody like Day of the Dead Aaron Black, you probably want Special 2 costing no power, because his Special 2 just obliterates you. You probably still want to have specials refunding to inactive characters. That's probably one of the best talents in the game. And down goes Koral's Cassie Cage. Probably the best gold character in the game.
Well done.
Okay, earn 1,000 battle rating points in Faction Wars. So record battles 1-1. Interesting. This fight should also be really easy. Day of the Dead Aaron Black just shreds people. I shouldn't have a problem with this. So the survivor mode is a little bit different than Injustice, but I'm actually okay with that. Like, I think it's going to test your mettle on the other 2 difficulties, because it's not going to be a walk in the park. I kind of wish they had a different placement for the auto battle, however. I don't like it where it's at, because you can accidentally click it really easy. Down goes Scorpion like nothing. Okay, there's the Ice Clone because of Sub-Zero. He's still going to go down quite easily. And basically one combo under down goes Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Stop bleeding and stand
So
up.
Day of the Dead Aaron Black was always one of my favorites. That's why I made sure that when those packs were available to get opened, I maxed them out. And yeah, these fights did not be... It seemed like you're also getting more battle points by doing these towers, too. So it seemed like it's better than Faction Wars. Like, it seemed like it'd be better to just run these guys through. Even if they run out of energy, go to another team. And the fact that they actually have easy and medium for your bronze and silver characters might be a good opportunity to level them up, too. I always like the way you can level people up in Faction Wars. And even Block, that Special 2 is shredding. Marks and Kunjin. There's Raiden. He's going to get a little damage, but gotta love Day of the Dead Katana's healing on knockout there. Basically healing right back up to full. Down goes Raiden for the easy victory in the 3rd fight.
Stop bleeding and stand up.
So yeah, on my Android account, I mained Aaron Black. On my iOS account, I think I mained Inferno Scorpion. That's because I didn't have anything better. So it looks like you can heal a team once per run and 5 times per day by watching an ad. That's an interesting thing. But yeah, it does seem pretty easy to get battle points in this mode if you're getting 6,000. And I haven't even tried Drummond's Mask out yet either. So it looks like this guy's got the ice armor on. I'm gonna block that so it can't do much. Get off the Special 2. There's no way Hanzo Hazashi is going to survive this. We got free Special 2 there. Justice Scorpion is going to get wiped out. This is where Day of the Dead Aaron Black Special 2 is great. Meets Cleaver trying to come in off Kumjin. Gets obliterated. Easy fight.
Stop bleeding and stand up.
This actually feels a lot less stressful than Faction Wars.
Outstanding.
And you can get some really good points quickly. That was over 6,000. Now keep in mind, this team also has a maxed out Draman's Mask. So we have that at our disposal as well.
Katana.
We can't actually switch gear. Okay. Alright, so it looks like when you start a tower, your equipment is locked. So you have to keep that in mind as well. But yeah, this should not be that bad. Maybe the fights get harder as you go up in towers. And actually, if you can run all of these characters in 9 fights, I think that's going to make this game mode and even Faction Wars a little bit better. Because now you can grind these out, and I think the regular Faction Wars mode is going to suck. Like, it's not even going to be worth doing anymore. And we're fighting Seaman, guys. What a name. The one thing I always liked about NetherRealm is how stupid some of these names are. But look how ridiculous the Day of the Dead passive is. Just absolutely mind-shattering how powerful it is. Down goes Kung Lao.
Stop bleeding and stand up.
Shaolin Master of Nothing. And we've already earned 25,000 battle points. And I've done 5 fights. That was 8,700. In the old format, you couldn't get that in any fights. You got like 5,500 max. So it looks like they've definitely done an overhaul of Faction Wars in a positive direction without changing the mindset of it too much. So here, balance Kenchi's at 2 bars, but we also get the 2 bars. We're going to wipe him out.
Impressive.
I'm going to save my special for when Johnny comes in. A nice combo under there. Block kick, block breaker on the 3rd hit, but that's okay. Alright, so stun double Johnny's going to come in and hit me in the nuts. Is that 2 shots in the nuts? Not very nice, sir. Get off the special 1. He does block it. We get that back, and we get the power drain, and Johnny Cage is annihilated. No problem at all there.
Stop bleeding and stand up.
Well done.
And we got 10,000 for the 6th fight. So I can kind of see where people got like 3 to 4 million right away. Now this one might be a little bit harder with Classic Liu Kang, Black Dragon, Aaron Black, Nightmare, Jason Voorhees. We'll have to see. Classic Liu Kang is definitely a top 5 character. In my opinion. Always has been.
Fight.
Get off the special one, see if we can get rid of Liu Kang. Yes, we do. What in the world was that? I think that's new. But look at the healing.
Stand up.
We just healed all of that damage with the Day of the Dead Katana.
Too little.
He's going to come out. There is Jason. We don't want to use special against him. I'm going to get in that Jade. Okay, so he's going to pursuit. So he's going to get disabled. There's a meat cleaver from Aaron Black. I think he's going to be able to survive this. Yes, he does. Okay, there's the dead and leg. That was a decent amount of damage, but not enough to finish him off. There's Jason. Get the kill. Okay, so we're able to block the stun there. I'm just going to heal back up all the damage. Let's get in Jade and finish him off with his block spamming. And that's going to be an easy kill. And yeah, that was definitely a harder fight, but one that is definitely manageable. And I imagine the higher difficulties are going to be even worse.
Stop bleeding and stand up.
But that's okay. That's what this is for. Alright, so we have 2 fights left. So we got Heavy Weapons, Jax Brace, Kenchi, and... yeah, this is going to be way easier. Classic Liu Kang is one of the best characters in this game. Good design, too.
Fight.
Alright. Let's get the special 2 off of Kenshi. We get a free one. I think it's going to be worth using.
Impressive.
We already got him down halfway. We did power drain him. He had a bar. Healing up some jacks. There's Jason. I'm going to wait to special 2 until we get him down. I'm going to use the special 1. That's fine. My knowledge, it's going to trigger the regen. Yes, it does. Get off the lead overdose, and no chance of surviving. Aaron Black is just ridiculous. I don't know why I didn't play the Android to count all these towers. I probably would have had a much easier time, too. We already earned 50,000 battle rating in Faction Wars. But I'm kind of curious to see if they added more milestones. We'll check that after we do these fights. So for the final matchup, we have the Triborgs. That shouldn't be too bad for this team because Aaron Black will just obliterate everybody. Now, in a perfect world, you definitely want to throw maxed out Draman's mask on one of your inactive characters. I don't have that on my iOS account at all compared to a maxed out one on this one. This one we got to be a little bit careful because of smoke. Cause that fire damage. Alright, let's get Jade in. Careful with blocking that. Alright, there's Sub-Zero. That actually works her out. We do get the regen. Now we're just beating down on smoke. Trying to get the 2 bars for that reflect. Got the block here. Nope, there's smoke. I don't think we're going to be able to get there. No. There's the frostbite. We need to get out. Aaron Black is back in. Can we get off the special 2? There's the lead overdose. The first couple hits do connect. He's going to go down. He's going to get power drained.
Impressive.
Sub-Zero's back in. He's also going to... That's kind of busted that happened afterwards.
Impressive.
And this is why Aaron Black is a monster. But so is Triborg Sub-Zero if you know how to play him. Luckily, it looks like we're going to be able to take out Sub-Zero, but yeah, that was definitely the hardest matchup we had. Still able to take him down, though.
Stop bleeding, stand up.
Outstanding.
Alright, so we beat the hard tower. And now we can do Fatal and Elder, where you can only use Diamond characters and Diamond Infusion 5 and above. And yeah, you can get the really good points. 56,000 points a match. So, where are the milestones that you used to be able to see? Oh, here we go. Okay, so they put it in the dailies. Instead of doing it weekly, now they put it in the dailies. So you can get 65 blood rubies a day instead of, I believe, 200 every 3 days. So it's about the same. And if you win a Survivor battle mode in Faction Wars, you get 5 souls. A quick battle in Faction Wars, basically doing a single battle. And that doesn't even use energy. That's actually really cool. That mode did not use any energy at all. So it's still going to be important doing quick battles in Faction Wars, but I really think that the new Survivor mode is going to be a little bit easier to farm, and nobody's going to play this regular game mode anymore. You got 6,000 battle rating in there. Like, unless they increase the rewards in the other difficulties, this tournament is just going to be obsolete. Everybody's going to play Survivor unless you can't do it again. Oh. Because they died, you can't do that. Okay. So you can only run them once. Interesting. So in a fatal battle, so does that mean you have to edit the team, or does that mean you can only run the team once? Broken equipment cannot be used by any character. You can repair it by using the equipment repair the corresponding grade. And you can see Spec Ops Scorpion gets points. Alright, so it looks like you have to use the blood rubies. Okay. So you get more points, but using the gear will break the gear. Interesting. And you get bonus points based on who you use. It's an interesting mode. But it seems like if you want to go really far in this survivor mode, you're going to have to go through it. But it's kind of cool. Like, you can run characters. Gear obviously gets broken at the end of the match, so there's a little bit of a caveat. And of course, after 3 days, you're just going to get everybody back and revived. So I could see we're progressing well in this, and this is where the blood rubies are going to start sinking down, is that people that have all the gear maxed out are going to be spending their blood rubies on getting the more points in Survivor. So, in a way, the maxed out players once again have an advantage over the free-to-play, and it's an excuse to try to get another realm not to add more characters in the game, whereas you need to put more characters in the game. Point simple. Thank you guys for watching this pretty long Mortal Kombat Mobile update video. If you guys want to see me play this game some more, please leave some donations. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!